Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
A counsellor for you, but I'm so sorry. You clearly had a terrible experience. I was thinking more in terms of, as I say, the seductress, the temptress, right. the lover, the goddess. The goddess. And actually, that reminds me, because I don't know whether we're supposed to advertise books on here. We're not on commission, but a book I read 3 or 4 years ago, right. Which I will show you what it is. It's called Goddesses in Everywoman. Right. And it was, I think she wrote it in about 1984, but the one I saw 3 or 4 years ago, it was a republishing of it on the 30th anniversary, which was in 2014. And it's this book here, which is does that read the right way around, or is it backwards?
It does, yeah. Goddess in Everywoman, yeah. It does read the right way.
It's by Shinoda Bolen. And I actually read that. I dug it out because it was relevant to what I wanted to talk about today. But it was a brilliant book, a brilliant read. In fact, she also wrote one, The Gods in Every Man, which I didn't buy, but I'm going to buy it now as we've been thinking about this subject. But this book, it sort of helps women to see what kind of things they are, what their imperatives are, whether they are a nurturer by nature, whether they are a temptress by nature. And let's face it, women, like men, they're a mixture of all these things, really. But that book I would commend to anybody, Goddesses in Everywoman by Jean Bolen, as a great way of finding out more about how these things function. So all those things come together with women, of course, and it's all about finding out about themselves. I also think there's something spiritual about women. I mean, that's not a silly comment, I hope. I think I remember as a boy that I always had a sense of reverence for women, girls, women. I mean, my mother was always a very strong woman, whether that influenced that. And as I grew up, I've always felt that I thoroughly like the company of women. I think I would say I'm sort of in awe of women.
I do too.
Yeah, there's a sense of being in awe, and it's more than just that word almost. It's more because I think they are more spiritual. They have more of a calling, not necessarily to have babies. Not all women have children. I read the other day a woman who has never had children, and she said she has no regrets. She never thinks of herself as childless. Rather, she thinks of herself as child-free. And I thought that's quite a nice self-description. But if we look at the spiritual side of being a woman, we could say that women were created by God, shall we say, on the spiritual side, and for God to bring about life. And the essence of being a woman in that way of looking at it is to be life-giving. And if you think about it, the inherent thing that women possess that a man doesn't is the space in her womb, which obviously enables her, gives her the capacity to conceive and bring forth a child. And in a way, we could say it was a process entrusted to women only. Okay, there's the conception part, but thereafter it's the women who do the 9 months, etc., etc. And there's something not just spiritual for me, there's something magical. Of course, it's a magical process, but to actually, we don't know what it feels like to be pregnant. We never will. No. But we don't know what it feels like to actually know you've brought a life into the world. And that is an incredible thing. But as I say, not all women do that. It's not their role. That may not be the sort of thing they want or need in their lives. A majority of women, I think, when they end their childbearing years, have had at least one child, but there's still probably 25-30% of women who never have, and who are just as fulfilled and may consider themselves child-free, or maybe for them it just didn't happen. There's all sorts of, ins and outs of this, but yeah, it's I think women, whatever they are, children or not, they're spiritual. They're sort of there's a mystique about womanhood, which I it's probably why I bought that book and didn't even think about buying the one about men, although I didn't know there was one. But yeah, I'll get that now. But in conclusion, maybe just there's other things I really want to say or talk about, but I think we're going to run out of time.
Yeah.
But in conclusion, men and women, some say we don't really understand. I was going to talk about Venus and Mars, a very good book in 92 by John Gray. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Another brilliant book, because it's like we're from different planets. We don't always slot together like that. We might miss.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.